Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Let me welcome Eminem to the show. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's going on? What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Eminem, you're a JSU grad,
What's up,
man.
Coach?
How did you feel about the whole, who is SWAC thing and the handshake at midfield and almost turning to WWE and all that stuff?
Well, I just think it just just being part of the SWAC for such a long time, man. Alabama State, they've always they always kind of, I don't know, had a chip on their shoulder when it came to other SWAC schools, but especially Jackson State. We done beat them so many times. Really not a rivalry like that. But that coach had a lot of shit to say at a press conference when Deion first got hired, and then they ended up actually beating us in the spring, and that's where it really started. And then this dude gonna turn around and got the nerve to put us on his fucking homecoming. Then we bought more tickets than they did. He was so about that. And it's been so much shit talk. Now with social media and hadn't been able to been on it in a long time, but Roughing the SWAC group. So it's a lot of shit talks, a lot of stuff that, of course, when the media gets it, it's gonna always portray a narrative a certain way, and a lot of people don't like Deion as it is. But what Deion has done, I don't know if anybody knows about it, but just like in the spring, first time I ever seen it, he had a basically pro day at JSU, but it wasn't just for JSU. He had all the SWAC schools was invited. The smaller tier schools, Buck probably remember how good Delta State is. They had kids there locally. They had Mississippi College, Belhaven, schools that never would have players invited to a pro day at other campuses. So Deion done did so much stuff, man. It's just, but it's just his personality is so bold. That's the same thing that kind of carried over from the NFL. Like, dude's a real good brother, man. He really has a good outward sight for not just JSU, but the SWAC period. He want to see, he's trying to make people think outside of just beating each other. Like, that's why he invited the Rock, and Rock picked up a few guys for his league and all that stuff. So but to get back on topic, the Alabama State thing, man, that stuff been going on so long. It's just that Deion's new to it, but I mean they talk so much shit and can't back it up. I wish Alabama State alumni was on here, because they won't admit it, but they know what the deal is. I mean, there's so much shit talk. One thing about it, Alcorn talk shit, but they have some years that they can actually get some. I give them that, But certain SWAC schools, they talk that stuff, but they can't back it up. Southern Jackson State had a little thing going for a minute, but they weren't strong enough. But Grambling, of course, we can kind of go back and forth. So it's kind of Deion's new to it, but it's like the people that's really familiar with kind of that SWAC subculture. I mean, it's just the camera was rolling, but that shit go on, and and as far as the players, I mean, it's structured now more than it ever been. Not saying that stuff couldn't get better, nothing like that, but but the only thing bad when it's a black school, the whole conference get a black eye. But like when LeGarrette Blount had his outburst at Oregon, nobody said at that time the Pac-10 is out of control. I'm just saying it's all that's a whole nother conversation, but it always has that same narrative,
Yeah, that's true.